for anyone watching this back, I'm like oiling and stuff like that on my trumpets. They're on display. I have some other ones, but they're not put together. Therefore, there's nothing that needs to be oiled. I think I might get kicked from the trumpet group chat that I'm in. Hey. Sounds fun. How long are you gonna be there? I really need to get something to hold this phone. It's in between my legs, and that's really hard to keep there. I don't know if this keeps on disconnecting or not. I'm gonna try to find something I can hold this on. And I could just move my whole bed. Oh wait, I might be able to use my drawer. There. Yay. Okay. So for this, I'm oiling this. But I can't read the chat right now because my phone is upside down from my perspective. For the inside, I'm using cheesecloth and whatever this thing is. I do this about like once a month or like once every 2 months to help get the oil from the inside out. There's the oil inside here, just should be cleaned. I can't actually play this trumpet because this button is stuck, and if I showed you a photo of what it looked like, there's an entire Sharpie and pen stuck in there. So not too fun. I also lost the bottom valve cap. I don't know, I just dropped it in the laundry room and it just disappeared. Oh, that's no good. I need to mix this. I'll be right back. Oh, wait a minute, I have something. Shoot. I have this. I don't know, it's like a toothpick or something. It's plastic, so it's really good for pushing in some stuff into the trumpet. There. Sometimes I'll use like a brush for this, but the only brushes I have, the bristles are like falling off since they're really cheap brushes. But I do have a lot of them, so I just use them once. And then these valves aren't sticking because I don't oil them enough. They're sticking because it's basically a 100-year-old Timu trumpet. if I take out one of the valves, you can see that you can see the solder line if I can find it. Um, um, yeah, right there. If I can get to focus, don't know how to get to focus for live stream, but for this, if I can find it again, right there. There's like a different colored line. I don't think you. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like you can see it. Wait, okay, there. I think it focuses that far. Like right there. Yeah, there's no colored line. You can see it. That's where they connected the two parts, which makes it a very, very fragile valve. Which is the reason why there's a pen and pencil stuck in this one. It was stuck, so I tried to get it out by pushing it up, and then the bottom just collapsed, and it just kept on collapsing. It just kept on collapsing like layer by layer by layer until it went through the whole valve. But that's not why this one is stuck. It's just that this one is broken, and it was already broken. It didn't break it. This never worked in the first place. Also, I didn't want to play this even if it did work. It's not a bigger trumpet. You know, you have to do that. You know, although this piece is very liquidy right now, don't know why. It's been kept in a very cold area of my house. So I don't know why it's acting like it just got heated up in the microwave. I'll read the chat real quick. Hi, nobody. It's fine. I just get these packs at like the grocery store. I only have like 2 packs. You can get a lot for pretty cheap. Like I've used about half of this. It's maybe like $7. That's the two easier ones. And don't set down your trumpet like this, since it can dent that. It's just that that's already dented, and I do not care about this trumpet. And also, I'm not just setting it down hard. You should usually press down the valve if you're gonna take it out, but because it's broken, air goes through it and it doesn't create vacuum. I don't know if it's actually bad for it, but I've just heard that it is, so I don't do it. And I'm using the microfiber cloth to wipe it off. Some sealant can get inside of it and make it move less smoothly. Although everything isn't gonna be ever be played, and if it will, then I'd have to replace the third valve. So yeah, this trumpet I bought it for $100. It's worth like I don't know, probably around maybe like 50 because it's broken. And but if it was in perfectly working condition, at least what I saw one in perfectly working condition, and I had like a case, and it wasn't tarnished at all. They were listing it for like $1,000. Don't know how much actually sold for if they sold it, but yeah. So I know it's worth way more if it's in good condition, just because usually they're not. But yeah, I got this my friend. He kind of scammed me, but it's fine. I got it in the end. And that's for this live stream. I just cleaned all the mouthpieces I used for like a 12-hour band rehearsal I had. I knew I'd be bored, so I just bought all my mouthpieces to swap out. And because my aperture is really, really low on the mouthpiece, I can use almost any one. Oh yeah, but I also just got a new mouthpiece. This one is a Reed 342. And there's only one viewer, but that's what it looks like. And then I also got and then besides that, I also got the case for it, but right now it's in my garage, because it has something on it to help the synthetic leather look better. I don't really know what it does, but I know it helps, so I'm just leaving it on. And then I'm probably gonna wipe off the extra when I'm done with it. Like that. Now here's the annoying part of it. This one does this, with that, and that can move. Although it gets really stuck for this one. And so, yeah. So first I'm gonna order this. And usually I don't. What? Usually I don't use the cheesecloth every time, but just because for this trumpet, it's been about like a month or two since I've done it last. I need to do it. It's not really necessary, but I just prefer to do it. Yeah, for viewers. I'm cleaning my trumpet. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. Actually, 6 if I want to do it for my normal trumpet. Actually, yeah, sure. I'll do my other trumpet too. My good trumpet. My good trumpet. I got it for like $500 more than it's actually more than it's actually worth. So yeah, but I got it from a repair shop, and that's like it's just standard for a repair shop. Plus, I forgot to try a ton of different ones, so I knew that I was getting the one that I could play the best. Dang, this is really luxury years. But that's not my food. I tried out the new mouthpiece I got earlier today, and it definitely didn't play as well as I would like. Oh no, my piece fell out. Yeah, that's fine. It definitely didn't play as well as I would like it to, but it's pretty good what it what it was. So yeah, remind me of reviewers. So I don't know if I'm actually talking to anyone right now. Oh yeah, that's a good one. It never is too accurate. I know that. Shoot. Yeah. And then let me charge one of my AirPods now. Oh, it's probably fine. Congrats, guys. You. Oh, darn. Okay, congrats, guys. You have now been upgraded to just normal audio. So this is not with my AirPods, unless I want to change to my other AirPods. Okay, so then there's that. And now I'm gonna do the actual tuning slide. Oh, what's that? If I respond to the comments now. Never mind, no new comments. Now I think about it, there's really no use to cleaning the inside of this, since I don't play it. Nothing really gets inside of there. And yeah, that's about as much as I should probably use this one, since it's gone pretty dirty. Second. The only bad thing about cheesecloth is that it is like pieces of this will like come off and it'll get all over your work area. Usually I do this in my in a little area of my house that that I have all my trumpet stuff in, but I decided to do it in here for today. Oh wait, my bad. This is the wait, this is the tuning slide. Just ignore that. Do not make that mistake, guys. Do not put slide grease on the tuning slide. Actually, you can, and it's perfectly fine. It's just way better if you don't. Let's go. Taking off what I just put on. It's always fun. Shoot, it's fine. I'm not using much. The cheesecloth. Like this is probably about like, I don't know, maybe like 7 cents. No, not even. Probably like, it's probably like 5 cents, probably less, worth of cheesecloth. Wait, shoot, I think I'm really overestimating this. Like, I'm gonna give it 2 to 3 cents. Okay, now I'm gonna use the tuning slide grease. And I use this just for normal slide grease. Try not to let spill. This is what I use for tuning slide grease. Yay, there's 20 viewers now. I know you're not supposed to apply this with your hands, I think, but it's fine. This trumpet would even be fine if I didn't oil it, grease it, or anything. I just like to keep mine in really good working shape. And if you're already oiling it, if you're not like taking everything off before oiling it, if you don't like just cleaned it, then you should just like, they should only do this, like just like do this, like push it in and out. But if you do what I just did, or you have just cleaned it, then there's not gonna be any oil on the inside, so you need to kind of like twist it. Say this is kind of stuck. Oh no, my. Shoot. There, see, now it's a little bit better. And after a few years of doing that, it will probably make it go down, like make it wear down so that it moves smoother. Depends how often I oil this. I prefer to oil it once every 2 weeks. Like I prefer to oil and grease all my trumpets once every 2 weeks. Although sometimes I forget, like I have been lately. I've been a little bit busy, and so so this is the first time I'm doing this in like a month or two, which I usually don't do. I should really get some long-lasting valve oil. I think like, I forgot what company makes it. It might be King or something like that. That's probably wrong, but I know A company makes long-lasting valve oil. It's basically the same, except it just lasts longer. I'm writing a book on trumpet right now. It's just a ton of tips and stuff like that. And I mentioned long-lasting valve oil, and I basically just say it should only be used if you're not gonna. I think it says like it's not very useful unless like unless it's like for a trumpet on display, something like that. Since it's a little bit basically just normal valve oil, but just a bit thicker, and it makes it so that like it doesn't like dry out as easily. I shadowed at a repair shop for a little bit, and so that's how I learned all this. Okay guys, and that's that trumpet all done. And now I can put this back with the rest of my trumpets, although this trumpet is held up by another trumpet because it's a really weird center of mass. Wait, one second. By the way, guys, don't do what I'm doing right here. I just like to use isopropyl alcohol to disinfect mouthpieces. Don't do it. Use actual mouthpiece cleaner, because mouthpiece cleaner like kind of dissolves like the oil and stuff like that and disinfects. Meanwhile, isopropyl alcohol just disinfects. And if you're wondering, this trumpet is this trumpet is a no, that says where it's from. Whatever that is. Concerto. Anyways, if you're trying to find it online, you can just identify it from that. I don't know where I'm really putting that. I now no need to get up. Okay, guys, now pick which trumpet I should do next. Okay, guys, 1, 2, 3, or 4. The next person to comment 1, 2, 3, or 4 gets to pick. If no one picks, I'm just gonna probably do 4. Okay, no one commented. So that means I'm gonna do 4. I don't know, I just kind of feel like it. Yep, no one commented. Okay. So then, guess I'll do 4. And this is the mouthpiece I'm using for this one. The other one, shoot, I should probably tell you guys. Never mind, it has no name. So no need to tell you. This one It's a random German one. It just says Germany on it, nothing else. Yeah, I could probably figure out what size it is just by playing it, but I don't feel like playing it right now. Okay, and this one actually does work, unlike the other one. I can play this perfectly fine. Although this one and the other one take smaller mouthpieces. Like this is a cornet mouthpiece, and the other one, I'm using a cornet mouthpiece, but even that's too big. I don't know what's going on with that one. It's a really weird one. Okay, so then if this one, I'll start with the valves. And I like to do this. I don't know if this is actually good or bad for the trumpet. And for this one, you also get to see what I do for a full trumpet. With the other one, I didn't do a lot of the stuff I usually do. Oh shoot, I just got valve oil on the bass. What lacquer? It's not bad for it. It's just I don't like getting any oil on my trumpets since it tarnishes in them. Especially silver plated ones. I don't know if it's really too much for bass ones, but yeah. Also, for some older trumpets like this one, especially some more obscure models, of like random bands. This one is con, so yeah, I thought it was con. Yeah, this one is con. This is a Con Wonder model. Don't quote me on that. I'm not really too sure. Wait, no, it might be a Con Director. Is it? It should say by the. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. I just got my good trumpet. Okay. Why is there 40 viewers? I stepped away. There wasn't anything happening. Okay guys, I'm back. I'm oiling and bunch of working on my trumpets right now. So if you're not interested in that, you can leave if you don't want it. And there, 17. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I should probably be. By the way, for oiling your valves, do not take them out all the way to oil them, because there's no need. And if anything, you can just drop them and damage them. And you also don't need to twist them like I did. I just do that if it's not been oiled in a while, because it helps spread around the oil. It's way easier with other ones that don't have weird valves like these. I'm actually really glad that the corks didn't break, since they've broken for a few other trumpets I've had, and it's really annoying. In fact, I think I might have a trumpet that. Wait a minute. Wait, I have a trumpet somewhere that has a broken cork. I wonder what trumpet that is, because I know I've not replaced that cork yet. Wait a minute. In fact, I'm pretty sure. I think I just gave up on the corks and just didn't use them, since it didn't change anything. That's probably fine. Okay, there. And yes, for this trumpet, it is extremely annoying to oil this. And if you're wondering what this is, if I can get to move, which it should. Yeah, there. See, if I twist this way, and then it lengthens the tubing. This is what used to tune with this one. Pretty useful feature if it's working well, but it's a extremely annoying feature if you want to clean it or like oil this / grease it. Since if you take it out all the way, then you have to push really hard when screwing it back in to like push it in, which like strips a little bit, and then that's the only way that it can fully close like this. And with the actual tuning slide, it gets caught right there, which makes it really hard to take out and put it back in all the way. Although this is the best working trumpet I have for how old it is. Like this is tuning slide grease, and if I get it's just slightly see, like if I'm not touching it, it goes down certain areas. So I don't think this actually needs to be worked on too much. I just need to actually, I think that when I last used this, I was still using this stuff on the slides, which is a valve oil, side oil, and key oil. But now I have separate stuff for all the 3 different ones. I use this for valves, this for keys, which I only have 1, and it's a weird USSR one. I cannot figure out how to oil this thing. It's not been able to be oiled because I can't figure out to take the rotary mechanism out all the way, and there's just, I should probably watch a video on how to actually oil them, but it's fine. I never play that anyways. I just did it for the gimmick of it looked cool. Okay. And that, wait a minute. I could have sworn one of the things came off my trumpet. Yeah. Wait, oh yeah, never mind, now I remember. I should probably check up on that. One of the things popped off of one of my trumpets, like the whatever that's called, forgot. One of the valve tops, no. Oh yeah, one of the buttons, like the stone came out of the button. So so I should probably replace that with oil now. I'm sorry, not with oil, with the grease. Yes, grease. And you can use, and for some reason they don't sell like just slide oil, but I'd recommend getting a 2-in-1 slide and valve oil, just like this. All this is technically a 3-in-1. This is 5-star. It's really useful because if you want the slides to move a little bit smoother, then you should use the the grease, and then you can add some of the 2-in-1 oil to like make it like move smoother. And if you just use it, which I was getting, which I got a little distracted, then you shouldn't only use the oil. But with normal oil, like for your valves and stuff like that, you should only use either synthetic or natural. I'd recommend using synthetic, just because I think it's easier to find. And if you do use the two different types, like if you borrow some oil from a friend and it's natural but you use synthetic, then it will be harder to, like much harder to wait, no, sorry, not harder. It will. Sorry, I'm getting a little distracted. It won't mix well, and it will mess with the action of the valves. Forgot what it actually changes, but that's going to be in the book I'm going to publish. And I've already finished 3 out of the 20 chapters, like fully finished. I mean, a few of the stuff might be changed, but yeah. Wait, someone. Oh, play it. Are you still in here? Comment again if you're still in here. The person who said play it. If you're still in here, comment and I will play it. Okay, looks like they're not in here anymore. Yeah. If any of you guys want me to play one of them, then just tell me, because I'm gonna blow something through that cleans it, and I can play it before I do that, just not after. There's some for this one. Then that's all ready to go. I just rubbed around some oil. Yeah, no, they still haven't said anything. But to the guy, I know he's probably not here, this guy who said I used to play tuba, good for you. One of my really good friends plays tuba. Actually, 2 of my really good friends play tuba. Damn, still, I mean, that's pretty reasonable. By the way, guys, my phone is upside down, which is why I can't really read the comments too easily. It's just sitting in my drawer. Okay, yeah. And now to grease this. By the way, now I am looking more at the comments, because I don't want to miss anything. And if any of you guys if any of the one, my bad, if any of the 2 viewers have any questions about trumpet, just comment in the chat and I'll try my best to answer it. I'm using cheesecloth right now. This is like $7. An entire thing of it is like $7 at any grocery store. Yeah, and then I should really get a thicker slide grease. This is extremely oily, especially for the container this is in. Like if you look at my hand, like this is basically just oil. Not like used to be way thicker, but now it's just like a kind of like a liquid. Okay, this isn't a very good test, but like if I do that, like it moves around like a liquid. I hate that. It's so annoying. I mean, I don't know how grease is really supposed to behave, but because I used to not use it, but yeah. And then I personally just like to wipe off any extra oil, anything like that. Ooh, I should really get a second microfiber cloth out. Guys, this is the last one I got. Oh well, I should probably wash the rest of them. But guys, if you have a microfiber cloth and you're using it, I'd recommend getting like a pack of them, and then you should really it's best to wash microfiber things together, because the whole point is that there's no lint on it, and then it makes it so that like it doesn't mess with anything. because if like a little bit of lint gets on there and it goes in, it can mess with the action of it, which is no bueno. Yay, 2 viewers. Hi. By the I don't know if for you guys it says a different view count than I can see. All I know is that sometimes it will say 0 and when there'll still be 1 viewer. So I don't really know how accurate it is on mine versus yours, or if one is more accurate than the other, but yeah. Oh. By the earlier, if this isn't the same person from earlier, I mentioned that I'm going to publish a book. It's like tips on trumpet. I usually wouldn't like spoil it so early since it's like a few months out from publishing it. But since I know there's only like 1 or 2 people who will actually hear me talking about it, and maybe even know people who even care, I know that it doesn't really affect anything. Even if I like, and if someone might post anything like that, which isn't too often right now, since I'm focusing on the book, even if I did that, like even if I've seen one of them, I might get the attention of maybe 1 person. And do I need to oil this? I don't really want to. Ah, it's fine. Okay, should I play it? Okay, yeah, so this enough people, I guess. And I'm also gonna use my good practice mute. If I can. Let me quickly wash out my mouth. You shouldn't play trumpet when there's acidity in your mouth. You also shouldn't play it if you're using lipstick, chapstick, especially lip balm. You should never use it. You should not play trumpet when you have lip balm, and all those stuff can make the mouthpiece slippery, affect your playing. And if you and the only stuff you should use is Chop Saver. It's a chapstick that's made for trumpet. And if you really want to use lipstick, then you should only use it. Then you should only use peel off lipstick because it kind of stains. Because like it stains instead of. Yeah, that's fine. Because it stains instead of like staying on your lips. I don't like this mouthpiece. So I'm gonna use this one, which I use for my old trumpet. It does not fit. I'm not going to use that one. Let's see what mouthpieces I have. Because I have a very, very large selection. I don't really want to clean another mouthpiece. I already did that for many mouthpieces earlier. So yeah. Dang, the sound comes out of that one easily. No. So guys, I can't leave you off with a bad playing for the trumpet. Okay. I had to put my lips on this, so I guess I'll play. This one is an Elko. E.C.G.E. Echo. Yeah. It is very much an instrument. Shoot. Wait a minute. It might just be better if I just switch to like a straight mute. nothing happened. Dang, the second valve keeps on sticking. Okay, well that's, wait, actually I do still feel kind of bad because both those alter the sound. My bad. I haven't played trumpet in a few days. And by that I mean I've not done a trumpet. I do free buzzing every night. I do free buzzing for 30 minutes and do lip exercises on a mouthpiece, but I don't always use a trumpet. And then I just did this for many mouthpieces. I used some isopropyl alcohol, which you should use mouthpiece cleaner instead. It's always better to use mouthpiece cleaner since it can like dissolve grease and stuff like that, rather than just disinfecting like rubbing alcohol does. And it's also bad to breathe in and get on your skin, which is why I'm rubbing it in, because I do not care. Because I didn't really feel like spending 2 hours earlier, I need to find my scissors. Because earlier I didn't feel like spending like 2 hours cleaning a ton of mouthpieces with soap and water, I just disinfected them. And, shoot, where did I put those scissors? Oh, they were right there. I just disinfected them and then just did my best to use cheesecloth on the inside. Wait, I actually might be able to just... Oh shoot, wait, I actually might be able to just do this the whole time. Like this perspective. So just do that. I just do a few sprays. Make sure that it went all the way through. It's way easier when it does have a narrower back bore like that. And then I just take like a regular towel and just wipe off the rim quite aggressively. And then I just like do that to the inside of the bowl to get it clean. I don't really feel like changing my perspective, so I'm not gonna show you the regular, just like cloth. I already said, I never said it wasn't, I said it is. I said mayo is an instrument. Okay, now to put this one back. Okay, now to get back to this. And then I recommend using spitballs. I know there's also something called blow dry brass. I personally have never used that, and I know that this cleans that and dries, that one just dries. So I personally prefer spitballs, and if you're gonna use spitballs, by the way, first off, please make sure that they're the right size. My friends accidentally got one for like low brass, specifically like he's like large bore cornet and trombones. So I got a few of those from him. It's basically just soaks in something. I know it's partly rubbing alcohol. I just put isopropyl alcohol in it once it starts to go low. They're just like little like sponge pieces, like just like not the abrasive kind, like just the soft part of the sponge. And then you can just like squeeze out a little bit. You put it in. Make sure to hold down any slides that might pop out. Like if there's one that moves like really easily like this, like I'm barely pulling it, it just immediately comes out, then I'd highly recommend holding it in. And then you're supposed to go like 1, and then put it back in, 2, hook in, and the third one, put it back in, and then do all 3. But I just do all 3 a few times, or I just go through the full, or I just go from C to G, just doing chromatic like I do. Actually, yeah, I do open that, and then I will do that and then that again. But I have not done that in a while, so I usually just do this, that, and to not get chapped lips, please like wipe off the vape tip before you blow it, because the isopropyl alcohol, it will really dry out your lips. See, like I'm holding that in my hand, and make sure to hold it with your hand like near the bell, so that it doesn't just go off to who knows where, and also make sure it doesn't fall out like it just did. Okay. And then I usually just like get off all liquid to my shirt, since I know that some of it might be like condensation and like spit and stuff like that. And yeah. Also, it's really funny to me. I'm like, that because I know that some people, I'm gonna like argue so hard that like it's condensation inside the trumpet, but it's both condensation and spit. I don't know where they think the spit goes, but yeah. Although a lot of it is spit. And then there, see, now the trumpet's all ready to go. And if it makes that clicking sound, it's usually either the button isn't tightened. With this one, the button isn't connected. The button isn't connected to the stem. The button and stem are one full thing. And then if it makes a clicking sound, you can just tighten this or the button. So yeah, so I just knew I need to tighten that. Oh yeah, and then one other thing I do is I usually take off these, then I'll like wipe off the threading. So let me just quickly do that, because oil and stuff like that can get in the threading. And then I forgot the way that this valve worked. The spring is at the bottom. Okay, this will be a bit hard. Okay, so then see, and then you can like just wipe it off on that and the threading. It's way easier when it's not a stupid spring in the way. There. And see, and then this, I mean, actually there's still some oil in it, but the oil's fine. Plus I usually do a better job, it's just that it's just way more annoying when there's a spring in there. Okay. Now see which one comes off first. So which one is gonna pop off. And there, got it. See, centers. The middle one. Dang, there's so much oil on this. Oh yeah, and there's also a lot of like gunk in there. I don't know what firm. I don't really play this often. Oh, it might have been from when I brought it to school to play it. This guy's trust. I'm gonna get really popular soon. Just because of the book I'm gonna publish, and 0 viewers. Please, guys, click on it. Yay! I don't know if anyone actually joined, or the 1 viewer just stayed, because YouTube will sometimes say that I have 0 viewers when I still have 1. See, then I just put this back on. And it's bad to hold it upside down like this, especially if you just oiled it. So then the oil can go down and it won't be up here. Then after finish, I'll put the 3rd one. And then this trumpet will be all ready to go. Oh shoot, I probably should have been doing the bottoms too. It's the bottom actually does have a lot of stuff on it. Oh dang, yeah, I really need to just pack that in and twist. Probably fine. I mean, I should really clean this soon. I mean, I cleaned it when I got it and haven't really played it much since then. So there's no need to clean, it's just that I prefer if it's a little more clean on the bottom. In fact, I'm actually going to quickly just wipe off the bottom of the bottom valve cap. And by the way, you should really know the difference between valve cap and valve button. The cap is this thing, either on the top or the bottom. And that's important, because if you say the valve cap, then people think you're referring to the cap on the top, which I can show you in a sec. Which I can show you in one second. they'll think you're referring to this and not this. This is the button, or the finger button, whatever you want to call it. Although I also heard like valve, like tops, and some people do still call it valve caps. It really just depends on the person whether they're right or wrong. I've actually made some custom buttons, and I might make a future live stream and YouTube video where I make some. It's very fun, although it's not the cheapest. I once like showed some to some of my friends, and one of my friends offered $2 for a pair, but it takes just $3 just for the empty buttons. I don't know what he was trying to get for $2. In fact, I wouldn't even sell him some ones that were leaking and had problems on them, like all over them, and that couldn't even be used. I wouldn't even sell that for $2 because it cost me $3. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've definitely wasted a ton of money on it, but yeah. It's very, very hard to make money off that, since you need like a reputation with that kind of stuff, and it's really just about like, and it's really just like what people are willing to pay for it, and like I have like 3 pairs of buttons online that are easily worth like $50-$60, but like I can only they're listed for like 15, and no one's buying. No, sorry, one of them is listed for 15. That one's probably worth maybe like $30, and I have one listed online for like for like 80. It's probably worth like it's actually probably worth around 80, but it's a business strategy where you have 3 different things: one really cheap, one just a little bit more, and then one really expensive. So someone sees the really cheap one and the really expensive one, and then they see the one that's just a little bit better, and then they're like, hey, I want to get the one that's a little bit better, so I get the better thing, so I don't want the really bad thing. Yeah, no one's bought any of them yet. And then that's all ready to go. Wait, this guy should be put on the shelf. That's fine. Okay. Hey guys, please join the live stream. I need some people to comment which trumpet I should do next. Like I should fix up next. Okay. Guys, comment 1, 2, 3, or 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 for which one I should do next. My gosh, he keeps on yelling at me to have it on a good, to not have it sideways. Okay, now comment 1, 2, 3, or 4 for which one I should clean next, or like oil and stuff like that. I have stuff over here. Shoot. That has nothing to do. This has nothing to do with the drugs. So now come on, comment 1, 2, 3, or 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn, they just ghosted. Okay. Never mind, guys. I mean, you can still comment since I've not actually picked it out yet. But okay, there. So okay, great. Yay, this one. Okay. For this one, first off, I need to take off this, which is gonna be extremely annoying. I got new like screws for this because one of them was missing, and then I realized that the screws were too short, but I didn't want to go back to Ace Hardware or wherever I got them because I knew my dad would be angry at me for like pleading with him that like they were the right size. I didn't want any that were longer, and then for them to be too long. I mean, just them to be too short. So yeah. And this is just for sheet music, for marching band and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, now that's off. And I set that to the side. I'm not doing anything with that. Okay, for this one, no clue how to oil it, so we're not going to be oiling it. And for anyone who might think that they know how to oil it, I'm pretty sure usually there's something in here. I mean, I've tried to put oil in there, just not done anything. And if I take it apart from the other side, there's just one small hole where you can, I guess you can theoretically put oil in, but you can't take the mechanism out. That's the weird thing. And I have 2 bottles of this. I've tried to oil this. I just can't figure out how. So, of course, in case you're wondering, this is what it looks like if you never oil anything. I mean, if you never oil this. In fact, I mean, it's technically a little bit oil, but yeah, this is really bad for the trumpet. Do not do that if it's not oiled. Okay. Let's start with the tuning slide. If I can. At one point, I did not know that the tuning slide could actually get taken off. Tuning slide is off. Okay, now to figure out which microfiber cloth is for wiping off extra oil and which one is for 50-50. Okay, usually you don't really need to wipe it off, but if you've not, but if it's like a really old trumpet, I mean, if it's a really old trumpet and you've not like oiled it, anything like that, greased it in a few months, the old like metal from like that's been taken off from like the friction of moving it, even if it's just oil from like when you first like you oiled it last time, or greased it last time, I mean, you don't need to wipe off any extra oil from the valves, anything like that. But if you do that, then it can be bad if you continue to move it. So see, I just wiped it off. And then since this is the tuning slide, I use tuning slide grease. I'm using Music Nomad. I like this band. They were the first valve oil I used. Don't know why though. There might be a better band out there though. I don't know. I just happen to have this. I actually have more than one. I also have this brand of valve oil. I mean, it's like tuning slide grease. I also have a mouthpiece from them. My favorite trumpet player in the band I'm in, he also has the same mouthpiece, and that's actually the usual mouthpiece he uses. I use a very weird mouthpiece. Just comment if you want to see it. I have it right over there. Yeah, that sounds like there's nowhere near enough tuning slide grease on this. Dang, 0 viewers. Never mind, 1 viewer. There weren't any 0 viewers, I don't think. YouTube doesn't like telling me how many viewers I actually have. What's up, 1 viewer? Just know you're my only viewer right now. Oh, yay, 4 viewers! I think I got up to like 40 earlier. But that was when I was talking to my dad because he called me. I didn't want to end the live stream, so I just like said I'd be right back and just walked away. And then when I came back, I had 40 viewers. I don't know. Oh shoot, I should probably show you what I'm doing. My bad. I just oiled, and I just greased the thing, the tuning slide, and then do that. It might not sound too good, but that's because it's a really old and bad trumpet. It's really cheaply made, and it's backwards. I can tell that because it got stuck, and I don't know, slightly different lengths or something like that with the part that cuts off. Like there's a little slot that can go into. See, that went in all the way really pretty easily. I can just feel that the basing is gonna snap. So if the basing snaps, do not be surprised at all. In fact, something already broke on this. Let's see, I can show you in 1 second if I can wipe off the rest of the grease. That right there, I broke that off. I know where it is and I have it. It's in a bin of extra parts. I have a ton of sousaphone parts. Don't know why though. And I did not steal it, guys. Don't worry. Oh, shoot. Dang, all this is really stuck. There, see, and then I get that off. Then I wipe off the old grease. And usually this takes way less time since usually I don't need to wipe off all the old grease and stuff like that. And this is about as much as I can use this cheesecloth. It's dirty now. Now I can throw it away and then cut a new piece. Cheesecloth is really cheap. I should actually probably be using bigger pieces. You let me cut off a pretty big chunk. Yeah, this is maybe like 5 cents worth of cheesecloth. Yeah, this actually probably is about 5 cents. I couldn't really get the pricing right earlier. Okay, what lights are on right now? There, it's a little brighter now. What to do now? That's right. You guys, now I'm gonna use the slide grease. Swear, slide grease was so hard to find. I could only find like one brand of it. Wait, no, wait, I actually forgot. Wait, no, sorry, I think that's actually slide oil. Yeah, I think I could only find one brand that sold slide oil, and it was technically a 3-in-1 key, slide, and valve oil. And now I actually, since I don't want to get it everywhere on the trumpet, I won't move it around. Shoot, that did not sound good. Okay, there. But anyways, make sure to always press the valve when you're pushing and pulling the slide. And then wipe off the extra. You don't need to use microfiber cloth for wiping it off. I just have it on hand. And this is a very strange mechanism. It took me a very long time to figure out how the springs went on. And there's this one YouTuber, like, I swear, every single weird trumpet I've seen online, he's always had that trumpet in the YouTube video, like, showing it. It's so funny. He has like every single trumpet. So then next I think I'm gonna do this second valve slide. Yeah, I need to put this back in. It's not gonna be this way. Dang, this time. See, there's one more use for this thing. Even if it does not fit and I have to use something else. Okay, I would say don't do this, but since I'm putting this underneath something to not scratch it, you can actually do this at home. Wait, that's way easier. Shoot. Okay, yeah, I should use this. With this, you can attach little like balls to it, and then you can fix the inside of the second valve side. See, this goes all the way in. You use it to fix dents. This doesn't have any dents, so I can't show you. But yeah, well, if I was fixing dents, I would show you guys. Me and my one viewer. Wait, at least it says 3 likes now. Okay. Yay, 4 likes. Let's go. Then I'm using this to get off the grease on the inside. And technically, I could not clean that nor that, like the inside of it, because I could not get the mechanism out. That actually, like, I could not get the mechanism out to like the rotary mechanism, and so I physically could not get that out, and also I could not get out which means the rotary mechanism does have some grime and stuff like that in it, which is why it's also bad to press it. I should really try to find a way to get it out, but if I could not figure out to get it out earlier, I'll not be able to figure out to get it out now. Okay. I think I'm gonna go with, before I stop getting distracted. Took my ADHD medication today. I should not be getting this distracted. I actually just got on a high dose of ADHD medication. I think I used to be on like, I used to be on like 36 milligrams, something like that, and now I'm on like 54, something like that, because you would only go up like by like certain amounts. Yeah, actually am currently in marching band, although we don't use these. I don't know if you were here for when I mentioned them earlier. We don't use those. Although for marching band, I use this one. I took very good care of it, so there aren't too many scratches and stuff like that. But which is inevitable. Some, if I can get the right angle to show you guys. Yeah, see, there's some scratches like right there. And then I also have another trumpet, which is a way nicer trumpet. In fact, I can show you guys, since I know that you two will probably not be here by the time I am done with this live stream, and cleaning this one. And also with this one, I don't like to touch it with my hands, so because the oil from your hands, especially when you've been oiling and stuff like that, valves, it's not good for your trumpet. See, I got some really cool red valves, buttons. Yeah, I'm actually about to get. I mean, I might get banned from the marching band trumpet group chat because I keep on posting memes, and they made a spam group chat. Not for me. They just made a general spam group chat, and then they kept on getting mad at me because I would never use that. And then they made some propaganda to not use that one, and then yeah, and then this is the mouthpiece I'm using right now. It looks like a Lotus mouthpiece, but it's a Reynolds. Not many of the freshman trumpets are very good this year. I'm a freshman, so I can say that. Even if I wasn't, I'd still say that. Probably, since I'm trying to write a book on trumpet, and and that would probably help it. Wait, shoot, I'm probably not gonna go to college, so I'm not planning on doing it in college. My bad, forgot about that factor. Depends on how well the book does. If the book does well, then I can make money off of that, which means that I can go around and like go to different people, like get tutored by them, work under them, and just get the college book that I would get anyways. I can if I tutor I already figured out, if I tutor beginners, read the book on it, and like research it and stuff like that, then I can achieve the same thing as college, or like almost the same thing, and so it'd be way except so and college is basically the same thing as that. It's just more structured, and I'd also learn some of the terminology. Although I'm pretty sure I already know all the terminology. I think I know more about trumpet than my trumpet tutor. I mean, not about playing trumpet. He definitely plays trumpet better because I work on the book instead of practicing too much. Oh shoot! Wait a minute. Actually, I can actually show you guys them because I finished technically 3 of the chapters, but this is 2 of them. See, this is 2 of the chapters of the book. Thanks. Like these are some chapters. So, I should probably go to the body and like objects chapter. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, see, so there's, so if I can, for this, there's a rating on like what level you should do it. It's like minus, then nothing, and then plus. So like it might be like beginner minus, and then like beginner or beginner plus. And there's a 1 out of 10 rating. Sorry, 0 to 10 rating, based on like how important it is to know. And then yeah, and this is a few of the notes. Like for one of them, it's like, for this one, it talks about like dry mouth is bad. For this one, it's don't tuck in your shoulders and like shrink your profile if you're in a small space. For this one, it's like just keep your music stand far enough. This chapter used to be like 20. It used to be like 20 notes. But then I decided to shrink it down by just combining a lot of them. There's not going to be any sheet music in it, although it will mention some sheet music. I'm actually writing the book on my notes app, because all you really need is just something to help you like sort things and something to write. Although I'm pretty sure maybe a few of the notes have gotten deleted because it's not too good of an app. But I don't really feel like switching it, so yeah. Okay guys, last slide for this trumpet. And then I'm gonna be all done, because if I try to use spitballs on this, it will get stuck right there. I know that from past experience. And if you look at this, that's oil. I mean, not oil. That's like metal that has been shaved off, and it's not good for the inside of the trumpet. Yeah, and then if I wipe it off, I don't know why some people think it's like gross or something like that. All this is just grease and metal. Like I could achieve the same thing by just grabbing this grease, getting a file into metal and shaving it in. My God, bro, I don't even know who that is. I don't know who Clifford Brown is. Oh no, wait, I've been cutting this all wrong. Shoot, that's fine. The last time I live streamed, someone was talking about like, the girl in the back looks cute. You should ask her out. And so since they're being annoying, I just put them in timeout, which is the funniest thing ever. Like if you're live streaming, you can just click on someone and then you can have an option to put them in timeout. Play trumpet. Second. See all the trumpet stuff. I got more trumpets though. I got like 15 trumpets. Just a few. Also some mouthpieces. 1 second. See, like, I have these. And other than that, I have a few more mouthpieces. Oh yeah, I'm very bad at jazz. And unless I can like really feel the music, I can't really like feel like the rhythm in it, and it's really hard for me to feel the rhythm. I did jazz band in middle school, but right now, since I'm in high school, there's really just now since I'm in high school, there's only jazz band in the morning and not during classes, and so I don't feel like getting up. How can you push? I don't know if that's another jazz person or if that's like one of your friends. Yeah, I mostly do classical. I'm third chair in the top band at my school right now. But I don't practice as much as I used to, since I'm focusing on making a book right now. I don't think anyone's here from when I showed it like just a few minutes ago. There's gonna be 20 chapters so far. Like this is an example. Like it's just tips and stuff like that on trumpet, and it gives you like a rating on like what level you should try to learn it at, and like how useful it is to know. Okay, and then now I can finish up with this trumpet. Okay, almost done with this trumpet. And for all my other ones, for all the ones I can play, I'm going to play them at least once. But for this one, it can't play because I can't figure out how to oil it. The Vodi valve mechanism can't come out. Oh yeah, for this trumpet, I know that the 50-50 chance whether there's, oh great, there's a view now. For this trumpet and for other trumpets, like there's like a gap. There's like a point in here where it stops, And so if I do that, I physically cannot push in more. That means that it's going that way. I also need to slightly bend it. But you probably won't need to do this on your trumpets. It's just a very bad trumpet. Oh my god. I swear, I will break you if you do not bend. But I have not broken any trumpets yet. Not too many trumpets yet. And burning a trumpet does not count as breaking it. Don't ask how I burned it. Okay. There, went in. Yeah, there, and now that's the right way. It goes in all the way. Okay, there. That's one more trumpet finished. And I got to put the mouthpiece in. I also like to use rubbing alcohol, which you should not use, just because it only disinfects and doesn't actually clean. This one has a pretty shallow bowl, although I got shallower. Much shallower. I actually got two really cool lead mouthpieces. Second, I'll show it if someone's watching. It says 0 right now. I don't know if it's actually 0. Oh, okay, great. Someone's watching now. Hold up. Okay, so the two ones I got is this one. Very shallow bowl. When I'm playing low notes, my lips will go, will touch it. And when compared to a normal one, I'm sorry the camera's bad. My camera protector is cracked. See, that's it compared to a normal one. And then the other really cool one I got today looks like oh no, it's still there. The other one really cool one I got today is this one. It's asymmetrical band. And the empty slot there is for an adjustable one. The adjustable one I do not have with me. It's downstairs. It's been soaking in penetration oil for a week now. I really hope that it starts to move. Okay, now that there's still 0 viewers, if anyone wants to join, you can pick between which trumpet I'm gonna work on next. 1, 2, or 3. Please join because I want someone to actually comment on which one I should. Oh yeah, it's 5 likes now. Okay, please. Yeah, 1, 2, or 3. Which trumpet should I work on next? I'm gonna be oiling it and stuff like that. 1, 2, or 3. Cornet, with engravings, bugle, or normal trumpet. 1, 2, or 3. If you don't comment, I'm just gonna pick one myself. 5. Okay, you can still comment and I'll switch to that one. Okay, 1 viewer. Dang, it's already 15:32. Yeah. This one is the normal one I use in band and stuff like that. Even if it's a bad trumpet, even if it's really cheap like this one is just a man one from Amazon. It's, I don't know, man one from Amazon. I don't think you can see it. It's like, I know, knock off Yamaha, but if you treat it right, it will like wear down the metal, making it the slides can move really smoothly. Like when I first got this could not move this smoothly, and I never did anything special to it. In fact, both these can move really smoothly, and this one never got stuck to. Although the tuning slide, I actually don't know. Wait, is it? Yeah, tuning slide moves really smoothly too. In fact, I probably don't even need to oil this one, but I should probably still oil it to show you guys what's actually going on. Oh yeah, also these are some buttons I made. I have an extremely large collection of 4-leaf clovers, and I got 3 that fit. I put them in here. And so yeah, there. So now I got some really lucky buttons. Wait, shoot, I probably should have mentioned earlier when I said I don't do jazz. Should probably said that I know a lot about the like technical stuff you can do in jazz, and I can do them really well, but I just don't actually play it. Oh shoot, I really should have said that. I'm actually trying to learn how to read the chord progressions. Well, I think that I know what they're called. I think that's what they're called. Like you see like a G M, like it, then like what like whatever that means. Like I'm trying to learn that stuff. Okay. I almost exclusively practice tonguing and other types when free buzzing, which makes my tonguing extremely legato. And so even though I practice double tonguing like 20 times more than any of the other people in the band at my school, I still got cut off the double tonguing part just because I tongue way too legato. Wait, I can actually show you. I get the trumpet and I swish my mouth out with some water, get the acidity out of it. Let's go, stolen fuel. Okay. I tongue very legato. Although I can tongue non-legato if I like do it really aggressively before, like just with like just saying it, like I can. I can do a little less legato. Depends if I actually try. Especially if I play a little louder. Like if I actually use a mute so I can play loud. It's still a little harder. I'll play more of that later. That's gonna be annoying to clean off of that. I got chop saver on. It's clearly fine on a trumpet, but just a wee bit annoying. Actually, this doesn't need to be oiled. Let's go. That just saved me. That just saved me 150 seconds. My bad. Actually, does it? I mean, I would use grease on this, but I actually really love when it can move crazy smoothly like this. Oh, I should probably do it for that trumpet too. I have a dent on my really good trumpet, like right there, which actually like it's like right there, something like that. Then it makes it gets stuck like when I'm just starting to open it. I could easily get it fixed at a repair shop for like $10, but I'm trying to get the tool to fix it, which will cost me like $50, but it's 1/5 of the price, and then I can fix it on any other trumpets in the future. Just that my mom is like, no, I don't want you to. It has nothing to do with the fact that I've spent over $1,000 on trumpet stuff. Completely different. Now what should I do? Oh yeah. Okay guys, now it's time for spitballs. If you know what they are, they're just little foam balls. That slightly cleans, slightly cleans, but it mostly just like dries out the inside of the trumpet. And I'd recommend like kind of like wiping it off there, because especially if you need to refill liquid, you're gonna refill it with rubbing alcohol, which I should probably do right now. They just build some. It can dry out your lips and make them really chapped. I know there's some type of cream you can put on your lips that makes them not dry. I think it's like Lanet or something like that. But yeah, and you should hold down any slides or anything like that might move too smoothly, because it can pop them out. There aren't really any on this trumpet, but yeah. Then you also want to hold your hand right there. And then I got some stuff out of this trumpet. I actually play this trumpet, so for this one there's actually gonna be stuff that comes out. So it's not too much. It's mostly just like it's mostly just like any like food or anything like that, which I make sure to never have any acidity in my mouth when I'm playing trumpet. But of course I can't have it completely neutral, because your spit is just naturally acidic. I really need to keep this water bottle open. Dang. There's some egg on my window because someone egged our house a while ago. Should really clean that. But it would be extremely hard. The teenagers didn't even do a good job egging our house. They threw like some toilet paper over the trees. I'm pretty sure there was like an entire roll just unrolled. I'm just like still like not. They didn't even like throw it, right. Like they just tossed it into our front yard. Just like an entire roll of toilet paper. It took my sister like 2 minutes to clean up. Almost there. Just a little bit more. And if it comes out too dark, then just throw it away. This does not cost that much. I need to put it back in. Dang, I really need to. Yeah, I should probably do these one at a time now. Like each valve one at a time. Oh shoot, already forgot. I'm gonna use this to wipe the stuff on. There's like a layer of, I forgot that there's like a layer of like, looks like dead skin cells, which is naturally gonna happen. I clean my trumpets like once a year, and it's starting to get to the point where I last clean this trumpet. But luckily it's way easier to clean newer trumpets than older ones. It's at one point for one of my trumpets it took me like I think it was 6 hours to fully clean, dry, and oil it. Drying actually doesn't take that long. I just put it in front of the space heater. I know there's better methods like waiting overnight, but I wouldn't do that. Oh my god, still more. Okay. Hold up. Okay. This is probably gonna be the longest it will take for just using spitballs, since this is the only one that I actually regularly play. In fact, I don't play it that much anymore. Okay, looks like it's almost there, almost finished. Yeah, just a few more passes for the first valve. I'm gonna need to do this for all three. Oh my god. I just really need to like blow it through until no debris comes out. That's how I know that's fully good. Okay. It's gonna take a lot of isopropyl alcohol and a lot of time. Oh yeah, also, this is the reason why you should not get, the reason why you should not get like random Amazon trumpets, is because first off, sometimes they'll, like the parts will, like won't take normal parts, and you need to like especially get like the parts from the manufacturer. So sometimes some shops won't accept to work on Amazon trumpets like this, and also it's not tuned material, like the bracing came off of this. And although I haven't actually tried soldering for this trumpet, I've successfully soldered for 2 other trumpets, but it burns the lacquer, and I haven't gotten new lacquer yet, and so I don't want to burn the lacquer if I can't replace it immediately. I've tried JB Weld, which my dad said is stronger than solder, and that's why I haven't done solder for this yet. Actually, it's probably solder would bond better, even though it is a little bit weaker, but yeah. Okay, I think it's almost running clear. Just like I want to make a reference, but I forgot what it's actually for. Just for like cleaning a lot of things. Once it runs clear, then you know it's good. Just this is not water. Okay, yeah, it looks like just 1 and 2 more passes. I might have already said that. Okay, damn, I need to bring my trash can in a second. Yeah, my trash can is a little bit closer now. Oh my god. It is not gone much better. Do not trust me the next time I say 1 or 2 more passes. Oh, hi. I'm trying to clean the inside of my trumpet. There's these called spitballs. They're just little pieces of sponge that soak in isopropyl alcohol, which slightly cleans the inside, but it mostly just dries the inside. Shoot, that just brought it out. I like to wipe off the very tip because if you get rubbing alcohol onto your lips, it can dry them out and create like chapped lips. Okay, now, even though I just said don't trust me again, I think it's actually 1 or 2 more passes. Yeah, that one was like almost completely clear, and this one should be the last one for the first valve. And there, let's go. Although it's not perfect, it's good enough. Good enough, as my science teacher used to say. Why am I unscrewing that valve? 100, just as my science teacher used to say. Although sadly he quit halfway through the year. I think his last name was really hard to pronounce, so I'll just call him Dr. G. He let me play trumpet for the class a few times, like right before there was like a break and like right before he was gonna retire. I think I played trumpet for like 2 days. Although it was just like a performance, it wasn't like playing the whole class period. Let's go, 6 likes. Yeah, I really need to wipe off the inside of the bell. Oh, shoot, almost good. There, that's about good. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get some some chalk saver, some type of chapstick that's safe for trumpet, because this is gonna really dry out my lips. Ooh, let's go. I think the main problem was the first valve. I think the other valves won't be too bad. Yeah, this one is, I think, already might be running clear. I think the first few times when I did all 3 valves, it just like dislodged all the stuff from the other ones, making it so that when I did the first valve, when it went only through that, but then did that, I think that caused it to get all the other stuff. Let's go with 3 viewers. I swear it's gonna get more interesting soon. Let's go back to 1 viewer. I know that you weren't here for what I was talking about with the book, but for the book, it's basically just like tips and trips on trumpet. I know I already told you, but yeah. And to make sure that it's actually good, I used AI to make sure that everything was correct, and I also used it for fixing the wording, which isn't making it AI generated. It just means that I just use AI to improve it, to make it so that you could understand it better. And although I am still going back through and I'm fixing the wording from what it did, and then I'm getting my trumpet tutor to look over the full thing. So that because that means that that means that it's not just some random freshman in high school writing a book. It's a I don't know if that's a translating issue, but that means that I know it's correct, because someone who's been playing trumpet for like 50 years has looked over it. Okay, looks like just a few more passes. Volta. Okay. Oh, very much. Hold up. Let me show you something. I got this. That's probably somewhere around $2,000 worth of trumpet mouthpieces, which I've not spent anywhere near that, by the way. There's also maybe like a theoretically could be $2,000 trombone mouthpiece up there, but because I can't find the price online, I don't know how much it would sell for. I mean, it really just depends. I mean, like, I could find someone who plays trombone and is like multi-millionaire, and they might spend that much money on it if they're really irresponsible with their money. But it's only worth what people are willing to spend, and since it's probably one of a kind, I'm gonna go with it. Theoretically, could be worth $2,000. Although I'm not counting that in the total cost. I'm talking about trumpet and cornet mouthpieces. I'm pretty sure I got one up there that's worth like $150 if I silver plated it. The one that's worth like $150, I saw that one sold for $160, but it was silver plated. Mine is not. I do not know what happened to the silver plating. Since it's not just worn off in some parts, it's like got stripped. Really easy to do. You just need salt water and electricity. I'm gonna try silver plating. I got a silver plating solution. It's not arrived. It's supposed to ship from New York, but they keep on saying like there's like issues with the shipping to them and stuff like that. Yeah, I got it like 5 months ago. It's not arrived. And there, yeah. Now that's the second valve done. Now just one more valve. And I swear it's gonna get more interesting soon. I still got 4 more trumpets to do. I just haven't gotten the 4th one. And if anybody wants to comment anything, like a question about trumpet, I can answer it. Oh, my dad like got me to play chess a few times with him, and I kind of expected it to be harder to learn, like what all the different pieces did, but it actually did not take that long. I forgot since then, but it only took me like 3 minutes to learn. If I actually played it more than just that, then I definitely could have learned it more, but yeah. It's so fun to live stream because I can finally talk. I don't have many friends that really talk to me. I also might get banned from the trumpet group chat. I already mentioned that a few times, but since there's is not anybody who's been here the whole time, and only nobody has actually come back. Like he was here for probably the most time. I think he was here for the beginning, and then gone for the middle because he had to go dinner or something like that. And now he came back. So, and since then there's been a ton of people who have just cycled through. So yeah. Okay, great. Now I can just put this through all 3 of them just a few times, and then that will be done with this trumpet. I better make sure that there's nothing to. Yep. Oh, looks so good. Stupid rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol is my favorite liquid. Yes, it is. There, looks like just one more pass. There. And there actually wasn't much like this. I have been using that for like a while, and it still looks new. Although they do darken up once they soak. Okay, now to go get some chapstick on my lips. Technically chop saver, but basically same thing. It's just that one is good for trumpets. Looks good enough. Put the mouthpiece in it. This trumpet will not be on display, sadly. I'll be right back. I'm also gonna go get the other trumpet I need to do. Guys, I am back. Now let's hope that I don't get to 40 viewers again. Okay, good. There's not 40 viewers this time. Last time I left, I came back to 40 viewers, and then it immediately went down to 17, and then like 5 or something like that. See. My dad actually wanted to go see a movie today. I looked at the local theater, and I saw Iron Lung was there, and I heard about it. I looked at the trailer. I didn't really see much was about, and it didn't look good to me. So yeah. Hey Jonathan. I'm just working on trumpets right now. Okay, guys, you have a choice. Which one should I work on next? 1, 2, or 3? One, two, or 3. Cornet, bugle, or trumpet? Okay, number 3. This is a vintage Con Director. Yep, Con Director. It says Director on the mouthpiece receiver. The third valve is right here. It's somewhere up here. Hold up. It's it's probably does not matter. That's where it is. It just oh shoot. Okay, fine. Okay, I guess I can show it to you guys. I just found it. It's right here. I'm gonna use this for the cover of my book because since I would hate to waste any space, I'm going to on the cover and back of the book. On the cover there's gonna be a diagram of the trumpet. On the back there's gonna be a diagram of the mouthpiece and a valve. Oh shoot, I should. One second. I need to write something down real quick. Alright guys, so far the book is my number 1 priority, and since I just remembered about rotary valve, if I'm gonna do diagram for a normal valve, that means I cannot, then that means that I cannot, just not include a rotary valve, and so, but since I don't have a rotary valve, and I don't want it copyrighted, I'm just gonna put a little, I'm just gonna put like a little like star or whatever it is, and then just put, just not include rotary valve. And for this mouthpiece, you see really nice mouthpiece. It'd be like $3, something like that. I don't know how much it's worth. It's gonna get cut in half. So wish me luck with that. I could really easily do that by myself. It's just that but I cannot. Theoretically, I could if I had a saw that I could cut through metal. I don't know if my dad does either, but yeah, I just need to cut this knife. It's a Mana 7C. I could play perfectly fine on a 7C. I can play perfectly fine on really any mouthpiece I use. Now I'm sure it is extremely low on the mouthpiece. It's low enough so I can move it just this tiniest little bit, and then the top of my lip when the top of my bottom lip when I'm playing goes underneath, like goes like underneath that, and it makes me unable to play. Like it's the lowest embouchure you can possibly get. But I mean, not like aperture, like the hole of your lips, the lowest it physically can be on the mouthpiece. So I'm gonna be able to play. Yeah, and that's where the valve is. Okay, now to oil the other two valves. Which I was gonna say, if you're trying to fix the trumpet and the valve is stuck, please do not spend hours just trying to twist the valve in. Please get one of these. It's gonna be extremely hard to find one of these, but yeah, you're supposed to use like an actual thing, but I just use this. This is maybe like a few millimeters smaller than it should be for this. But you just like shove it through and it unbends the metal, and um, and it was like life saving, and it made it, and like and it was made it set like a trumpet that I couldn't fix like at all for like months and months. It made it so I was able to fix it in like just a few seconds. So yeah, and sadly now like it will get a little bit of resistance like around there, but yeah, it makes it really easy. And I don't know if you were still there for when I said where you can get cheesecloth, but you can really just get it like anywhere, at like a you can just get it anywhere, like at like any supermarket. Well, usually you can. It's not it's like $7. And remember not to take out your valves completely when oiling them. I've seen a lot of people do that. It's wrong, and it's not better. And also don't oil them from the bottom unless that's the only option. I think I got this trumpet for $50 or 300. Depends on how you count like money spent towards stuff. Technically, if I'm counting all the money spent on the purchase, this was $300. But I'm talking about per trumpet, this is 50. I got 6 trumpets for $300. I fixed up 3 out of the 6 now. There's still 3 that there's one that is a very big dent. There's another one that dent. So yeah, so all 3 of them are dented. And then the other ones like had, and then 2 of them perfectly fine, just that the bracing snapped. And then for this one, it was perfectly fine. It just had just the valve wouldn't move. So now I finally got the thing to fix that. And then I fixed that, and I also fixed the thing for the other 2 that were perfectly fine, because I think that maybe it was also a little bit off, like the valves wouldn't move. And then I soldered them back on, but that means, but the temperature to melt solder is also around the same temperature to at least for lead-free solder, the temperature is a little bit, like hot. It's a little bit cooler for lead. Besides, no, it's a little bit hotter for lead-free, and that's around the same temperature as what it takes to burn solder. To burn lacquer. So it's like if like this bracing snapped and I soldered it back on, then the lacquer all around there would be burnt, which is what happened for 2 of my trumpets. But I still need to get the lacquer. There's a special spray on lacquer, and then you need to do something after. But I do know how to fully apply it. I shadowed out of it pair shop for a little bit. Okay, now to not get off track. See, and then I move those, and then with this. Oh yeah, and then with this, see, there's a little bit of distance right there. Oh yeah, for soldering, you really just need some flux, and then either a blowtorch, which I have right over here, underneath a ton of clothes. Oh, 1 second. Wait, there's a lot on. Oh shoot, wait. I did not think it would be this much. 1 second. You need some. you need some propane, like, wait, propane, butane. You need some butane, like this, and make sure to get the right size. I know that there's like a cheaper. I know there's a cheaper, like larger pack that it costs more, but so it costs less, but that is for like a large fire. This one it costs for more, but it's for small stuff like this. Don't fully know how to like reload it. From what I can tell, you just do that and just like push, and then I know there's also attachments. I took them all out, tried to use them. I don't really know it works, and then you just like do that. See, and then and then if you look there, like you see that it's just a little spark, and then it just goes straight to the little like brass colored thing in there. See, like since that's the nearest metal thing, and then yeah, twisting that just turns on or off the gas, and then yeah, and then that's how I use it. It's pretty easy, and then you can also use a and then you can also use a soldering pen, which I have. It's like just the tip heats up, and then you can use that. It depends on like you should use a pen if you're gonna do electronics. You should use this if you're gonna do like larger stuff. Although a pen does still work better if the thing that you're soldering might burn. Although it doesn't work for trumpet because you need to heat up the metal to the right temperature, which is why the lacquer also burns. And then yeah, so that's why I have this. And now Nico, put this back. And it's just underneath a ton of random stuff on a chair right here. By random stuff, I mean a giant pillow and a ton of clothes I'm gonna get rid of. I actually recently sorted my drawers. I did. YouTube gets mad at me whenever it's not in this format. Whenever I twist my phone, it says orientation is locked. Sorry, orientation. I organized this, organized that drawer. This is a drawer I had my phone in. I have right here, and then I organized my shirt drawer. All the rest of my shirts are on there. I just don't use them. Yeah, and then for the trumpet, I should probably test to see if I'm getting kind of bored of doing all this trumpet stuff. So this trumpet can be for later today. I will probably do that when that's in it. Let's see. Yeah, the valves. It won't be too bad. Wait. I don't know if you can hear that, but it sounds like an echo. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really know if you can hear it because the audio is coming from there since my AirPods died. Also when my AirPods broke, I accidentally got the thing off, and yes, technically it does snap back on, but that's only if the thing that goes inside there stays on. If it breaks off, then you just need to get new ones. I already got new ones, but yeah. So this trumpet is gonna be for later, and this trumpet does completely work if I had the third valve in, but yeah, I just don't feel like doing anything with it right now. Okay, now I guess I'll do the bugle. I just got this off of like Temu, I think. You can just put it on like, I don't know, I just like the way it looks, and since this is displayed like that, which by the way, you should never just leave your trumpet like this, so it can fall. It's just that this is a bugle, and it's also reinforced right here, but even then, still you shouldn't do it. But with this, it's just it can just be displayed easier like this. Technically, it could be displayed easier just hanging like that, but I don't want to drill a nail into my display, so I just have it like that. For this one, since there's no valves, I really just need to, I guess maybe if I want to, I can use this, the cheesecloth, for the first initial thing, and then I really just use spitballs. Yeah, in fact, the bugle I don't even do anything for it. Yeah, but by far, one of the most annoying trumpets to clean was definitely this, and even this one I didn't fully clean, just because, like, if you look inside, like that's tarnish, but also like, but it's also a little bit like green in there. I think there's probably like copper or something like that somewhere in there. But like this person definitely ate before they played trumpet, which like dissolved all of the, oh my gosh, which also like dissolved a lot of the. I need to respond to my mom. Never mind, it did not work. Which also dissolved a lot of the metal in there. So I think that somewhere in the vase there's like more copper than usual if there is copper in vase. Wait, wait. What metals make out vase? 1 second, I'm gonna do something real quick.
Usually making up about
Copper
60
and
to
zinc.
90%, with zinc filling out the rest. Would you like to know about common uses for brass?
No.
Understood.
I just didn't want any of you guys who have that to like for it to just like randomly go off. Although if I ever get a lot of viewers at any point, I'm definitely gonna do that at least once. Just like yell it. It'd be so funny. Okay, now that's all I need for this trumpet. Or bugle, my bad. Technically it's a trumpet though. And then for this, I guess I'll. But guys, use mouthpiece cleaner, not rubbing alcohol. Even though this is rubbing alcohol. What I'm doing is bad. You should not do it. Oh yeah. Also if you ever gonna. Oh wait. I mean, there's only one viewer, and then I know that you don't actually play trumpet. But once I have more viewers, then I'll say it. It's just about like repair shops. But oh yeah. Also, this mouthpiece is like perfect. Like it's like really good in a way to where like it like slowly gets less and less, like kind of weakly. And I really like that. That's cool. Okay. Actually, this actually might be everything. No, I still have one more trumpet. So this one is the cornet. So this one has some very nice engravings. I don't know how much it's actually worth. I got it for like 130, I think. There is a maker's initials. I think it's right here. I know the L's. Oh yeah, PM. Yeah, they see the maker's initials are PM. So it's an L, so it might be LPM. I should probably research that. But I need to take it to an appraiser to actually figure out how much it's worth. Wait. Yeah, see, there's that. And also came with some extra parts. But yeah, this one is from Paris. And there's some really, really nice engravings. I saw like a Victorian trumpet that had some absolutely beautiful engravings like along there. But yeah, that one's not for sale. Cause and this was actually hand engraved, which I find really cool because this took like hours. And I could tell it's hand engraved because if I take it to like a more obvious part, so if I can find it, yeah, like here, if it could focus, like the the engravings aren't like uniform. Yeah, you can kind of see the like squiggles. Some of this might just be like a stamp pattern, but this was definitely done by hand because it's way too old to where I don't think that it was like automated. But yeah. I forgot to unmute it earlier. Okay, well anyways, now at least you have an AirPod. So now the audio should be a little bit better. Okay, so what I've said since I did that, uh, yeah, brass is made of copper. That's why there's some green in there. I think that one just has more copper content. Um, and yeah, so this one has a detachable lead pipe. There's some engravings. The thing I was saying earlier was it was hand engraved. Hey, what's up? You can tell that because even though it gets some parts the engravings look kind of uniform, like especially like right here, the engravings aren't actually too uniform. And yeah, it just has some really good engravings on it. Yay, let's go. Seven likes. I should make continue this live stream and just make it into like a playing, something like that. I do need to play. Oh yeah, I think I'm also gonna get an app so that I can live stream what's on my phone because I do want to work on my note, like work on the book and live stream working on it. Okay, so now I just need to use spitballs. There's a shirt that just says I love spitballs. Oh, let's go. There's 8 views now. Right, and spitballs are these. They're just some like pieces of sponge that just soak in rubbing alcohol. Okay, this one probably easier if I use the lead pipe. Yeah, looks quite good. I would usually do it more than once, but I have a lot of a special type of chapstick on my lips, and it's really annoying to get on the trumpet since I have to rub it off, like wipe it off. Let's go! I got 9 likes now. You know what? I'm not gonna end this live stream until I get 10. That's gonna be my goal. I mean, I still might end it before then, but that's gonna be my goal. Oh wait, let's go. And also now, it's time for me to clean my good, like to work on my good trumpet. And okay, that did not do anything. There, now this trumpet is fully ready to go. And also now I can set it up on my display. So I can let me quickly get together my trumpets. No, that one can wait a second. I actually do need to put the thing back on this trumpet. This one is a little bit too small. In fact, it would probably not fit on any of the trumpets. I mean, I think it probably would, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, now to put all my trumpets on display. And if the second person who's watching, if you click on my YouTube channel and you go to posts, you can actually see the full display. So I'm putting these up on right now. And out of all, and by the I tried to have my trumpets, like on my display. I prefer for all of them to work, but it's really just like how I can get them to work to the best of their ability. Like with this one, I physically cannot figure out how to oil it. Okay, good. Second, let me just. Oh wait, 1 second. I might have to do this like one at a time. This might take a minute. 1 second, I need to close all the stuff down here, like all the open containers of grease and oil, so that they don't get any stuff on them. Okay, I also just remembered something else I need to do, so I'm gonna bring you guys back down here. This is really hurting my knees. If I was just a few years, by that I mean like, if I was just like, wait, if I was just like 10 years older, then that would not go too well. Okay, so then the thing I need to do is for this trumpet, I need to put back on this. So then I forgot which way it's supposed to go on. Yeah, like this. So then I just shoot. This is not going well. This is a very oh shoot. This is a extremely low quality one. Trust me, guys. Do not use a used, really old one like that's like flaking off the padding. So overall, yeah, just trust me, guys. Get the always get good ones. If you're gonna get one of these from Marching Man to hold music, first off, make sure you're supposed to use one. If you're not, your director probably won't let you use one. And and also make sure to get a very good one, because if it's low quality like this, trust me, it will not work very well. I also have some old sheet music, which this didn't come with. It came with my other trumpet, which is this one. It came with, since it has this, and this one is actually used in a marching band, um, which you've definitely heard of. I don't know if the marching band, you've at least heard of the school. That one is using the Harvard marching band, like the college, and then and then the and then I got some sheet music from there. I think I have some that's like almost 100 years old, and then some that's like around 100 years old. I I think they were given some older sheet music and then some newer sheet music, because there's two very different age sheet music. In fact, I can show you it. One second. Now just to yeah, now that I can actually put you guys up here.